Hey guys, it's Frank and Rob here, your fantasy caps, giving you your week 13 critical week. Hopefully, make the playoffs start. I guess a lot of people are in that situation this week, like we are. First game, we got the Jets at the Giants. Rob, G-Men side, how you liking?
It's a huge week in fantasy, and of course for my Giants. Every 4 years they seem to beat the Jets and then go on to win the Super Bowl. So fingers crossed. But I think it's a huge week for ODB. No Revis, their Jets secondary is banged up. So I think a big week for Eli and ODB. Can't trust that running game at all. They don't utilize Vereen right, and really their tight ends are banged up. But the only two guys in the Giants I'm rolling with.
Yeah, I agree. No Revis either. D2. I think ODB has a big game. Eli in a daily might be a good stack. Um, all over the Giants. Start Marshall and Tucker these days. Those guys have been solid every week. So
Yeah, no, I think Fitzpatrick.
next game, we got Arizona at St. Louis. I think Gurley, maybe that's about it.
Yeah, I'd say Louis side of the ball. I mean, maybe a Tavon Austin,
Starting.
but
Yeah, and on Carolina, David Johnson seems to be getting the start at running back, so I definitely play him. He's a catching back too, so he'd be good in PPR leagues, and he's probably cheap on the side.
yeah.
Then besides Smith, anyone else? And
No,
Palmer?
I think you cut. Yeah, I mean, Carson Palmer is always a must start. He's been solid all year.
And Fitz, right? So yeah. Next game we got Atlanta at Tampa Bay. Um, I think it could be I don't know,
I, you,
dumpster fire.
no, the problem is you got to trust. I mean, you can't trust, but Matt Ryan and Julio Jones on paper have a good matchup, and it's same with Devonta Freeman. So, I mean, I'd still roll them all out. But man, Atlanta just has been screwing people over here as the playoff race is coming.
Yeah, exactly. I got Julio too. And on the Bucks side, I mean, Doug Martin's a top five running back this year. So you got to start Doug Martin. Mike Evans is a good play. And I think Winston, if you need a QB, he's been pretty solid the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, if you're streaming QBs like certain people, like myself in certain leagues, Winston's not a bad play this week either.
What about VJax?
I mean, he's been getting the targets, so just needs to get in the end zone. He's kind of one of those guys that he's okay in PPR, but in standard, he needs to get in the end zone.
Yeah, I agree with you there. So next game we got Seattle at Minnesota. This could be a low scoring game, I think, but
Legion of Boom's getting beat up a bit. I mean, AP has been on fire. I think the Vikings run the ball a lot, but Kyle Rudolph's been taking targets and the catches away from Diggs. But I still like Rudolph and Diggs this week as well.
yeah, and on Seattle side, it looks like Russell Wilson has to step up a little bit more. So I like Rawls, obviously, and I do like Baldwin. He's been solid the last couple of weeks, and they had to be throwing a lot more. So Baldwin's a good play. I think Jimmy Graham's out for the year, so he's. But I think Miller's their backups, who could also be hit or miss. But any other wide receivers, maybe Lockett if you're desperate.
Yeah, I mean Baldwin's been on fire. I like him. Besides that, yeah, I mean it's going to go back to their old tight end ways where it's not much action there without Jimmy Graham.
Yeah, I hear you. Next game we got Houston at Buffalo. Another defensive battle, I think. Both, I think Tyrod Taylor. I mean, the Houston defense been awesome lately. So, but Tyrod Taylor runs. So,
Sammy Watkins gives me headaches because when I bench him, he goes off, and when you play him, he does nothing. He's so hit and miss. The Texans defense is playing so much better. J.J. Watts might cause fits for a rookie quarterback like Tyrod, so I'm a little weary on those guys. But I think McCoy has a decent game. Again, he's been getting the rock a lot, so I kind of like McCoy there.
Yeah, and Carlos Williams is out, so McCoy's not going to really be cutting into that McCoy play. So I agree with you there. And Clay, I think you mentioned him. You were cutting in and out a little bit. Sorry for the technical difficulties today. We're both cutting in and out on both sides, but we still wanted to get you this information. But Clay, also on Houston side, I would say Blues been okay, and DeAndre House you'd be starting on Houston side.
Yeah, I mean Hopkins' targets have gone down just because they're playing better defense, so they're not playing from behind all the time. But still, solid start.
I hear you. Next game we got Baltimore at Miami. So we can start. Aiken are the only two guys you're starting. Maybe Crockett Gilmore if you need someone on the Ravens. But other than Aiken and Buck, anyone else?
Nah, like you said, Crockett Gilmore is a tight end with a lot of injuries there, but yeah, I don't see much other value. I thought Chris Gibbons would do better, but he hasn't at all.
And on Miami, talk about up and down. This is the team right here, right? Lamar Miller, I think you've been playing him every week, and you got to play a guy like that, and Landry, and I think you got to play those guys. What about like Rashard Matthews and stuff like that?
Well, he's
And
out.
Parker's back
Well,
too.
that's why I like Parker because Matthews is out, and so they're going to get Parker more involved. He's starting at the number 2 spot. The kid's got talent, so they may start throwing the ball. He had a good game last week, so Parker's a sneaky flex play if you need him this week. I may be doing it in my dynasty league actually.
Oh, nice. Next game we got Cincinnati start all the Bengals and Ben. On the Brown side, I really think the only one you could probably play at this point. Everyone else is Cincinnati. Back should probably start this week. Um, you got
Yeah, I think you kind of covered all. I mean, again, you were in and out too on that one, but yeah, in that game, it's Cincinnati. I
yeah,
like both running backs, Gio and Hill this week.
you're cutting in and out. I'll just assume that we're gonna go to Jack Tennessee. I like Mariota. I like Bortles. I like Yell Allen. I think Hearns might be out. Anyone else? Anyone else I'm missing in these two games?
Uh, from the little bit that I heard from you, it sounds like you covered everybody. I'm gonna kind of let you rock and roll with some of this, and I'll chime in if I could hear you.
Yeah. I'm hearing you every other word too, so I'm just gonna try to cover the game, and you can chime in, Rob. Sorry, guys, but we wanted to get something. We'll see how it comes out. This game is San Francisco at Chicago. You wanna hit it off, Rob, or?
Sure, if you can hear me, I think I love Cutler this week. He does well against San Fran. It's a good matchup. Cutler and Jeffrey there. Gotta like Forte. Langford's a sneaky flex play. He's still getting the ball a little bit. I mean, he's not the stud he was with Forte out. And Zach Miller at tight end has been a sneaky play there. If you're looking to stream a tight end.
I heard every other word, but I'm assuming you like Forte, Langford, and Cutler. On San Francisco side, the running back Dundra, whatever his name is, I like, but no one really else on San Francisco. Denver at San Diego. I think this is a good game. I think you got to start your Bronx. Both of them could be and then you got Demarius Thomas and Emmanuel Sanders. If you need Brock, San Diego's defense is not that good, so you can start Brock. San Diego side, oof, I don't know. It's a tough. it's tough to play those guys. Maybe Stevie Johnson, and Wood and then uh, next game, Kansas City at Oakland. Who you got, Rob?
No, yeah, I missed the whole San Diego thing, but I think you covered it. With KC, backfield's a little bit of a mess now with West coming back. I think it's gonna be a timeshare. West and Ware both been doing well. I think Macklin has a big game. I think Macklin's gonna be hot. He's got great matchups the rest of the way.
And on Oakland, I like Amari Cooper. I like Murray. I like Carr this week. I like and Crabtree.
Yeah, I agree with that.
And then next game we got Carolina at New Orleans. I know everyone's saying this could be the game Carolina goes down, but I don't see it. Carolina side, I like Stewart. I like Greg Olson. I like Cam. And Funchess, if you need someone, he's been solid the last couple of weeks. On New Orleans side, I think
Oh, hey, you're back.
Okay, looks like we're back.
Yeah, you went.
We got cut out, but we're back.
Fighting through this one this week.
You hear it?
Yeah, this is ugly this week. Trying to fight through this.
Yeah, there's no more video. Uh, New Orleans, I like Cam. I like Olsen. Maybe fun if you're in a jam. Um, and Stewart. New Orleans side, it's their defensive team, Carolinas, but I think you got to play Breeze. You got to play. I think you got to play Spiller this week if Ingram's out. I heard Ingram's banged up, but he should.
I'm Ingram.
Cooks, Snead is out, so you got to play. Who else? Next game, we got Philadelphia at New England. That backfield scares me because they play someone different all the time. I don't know who to play in that backfield. It's like a dartboard, right? One week it's Bolden, next week it's Blunt. So, but on New England, you got to play Brady. You got to play um, LaFell and play Chandler, and you got to play. And Jordan Mass has been hit or miss, but I don't know who you're playing. I don't know if Rob still hears me, but I'm going to keep going.
Yeah, I like Chandler this week. I'm just gonna throw random stuff out while you hear me.
Yeah, go for it while I hear you.
And no, I was just say I like Chandler in that game, and I think back to the New Orleans Carolina game real quick. I think it's a higher scoring game than people think. I think that's going to actually take the over.
Okay, and then Indianapolis at Pittsburgh. Hasselbeck's been the man. Gore, I would sit probably this week. To be honest with you, I'm playing him because I don't really have anything to play for this week. But but Gore, I might sit this week. I do like T.Y. Hilton and Moncrief if you need them. On the Pittsburgh side, you got Williams, you got Bryant, and you got Brown, which are all good start. Big Ben. So I'd start those guys. I don't know if Rod want to chime in if you hear me.
Yeah, no, I love the Steelers offense of Brown, Martavius. I wouldn't start Wheaton again as a one-time thing. I like D'Angelo this week on the other side of the ball. I like Moncrief and Hilton. Absolutely, Hasselbeck still getting on the ball, and I agree with you. I don't like the backfield.
Yeah, and then the last Monday night game we got Dallas at Washington. Besides Dez, you starting anyone in Dallas? Maybe McFadden. I don't know. On the Dallas side, stay away from Dallas if you can.
Yeah, I mean, with Castleback at the helm, it's tough. I mean, you gotta kind of throw out Dez. I feel like he'll check down, but no one really check down too. I think they'll try to run it with McFadden. To your point, I'd start McFadden still this week. I think the Cowboys win this game anyway.
Okay, and then the Washington side, that backfield's a mess. Garcon maybe. Deshaun might be hurt, they said. I don't know anyone else. Reed is a must start every week when he plays. But other than that, I don't know who. All right, guys, that's it for us. Sorry for all the technical difficulties. I'll check it out if it's really that bad. And sorry we
We'll
skipped the
see.
video.
If it's that bad, you don't even know this happened.
Yeah, exactly. If it's that bad, I'm gonna pull it. But thanks, guys. Have a good one.